Hello everyone, Sons of the Tomb. Welcome to another mod overview, this time on Chonk. A mod simply adds in a world anchor or chunk loader. What you can do with it is once it's placed in the world, you can have it keep the chunk and the surrounding chunks, even when a player is busy doing stuff, allowing machinery to run, redstone contraptions, yada yada, if you have experience with chunk loaders. Other than that, you've got it obviously where loaded chunks will also receive random ticks, allowing things to grow, like crops as well. Right-clicking the block opens a GUI, which you can increase or decrease the radius of chunks that are loaded and toggle an indicator that highlights the loaded region. And there is obviously configs you can check as well under the server configs folder, which we'll take a look at as well, which I'm just going to get up real quick. Let's see, saves, then we'll go this, and I think, yeah, Chonk server, here we go. So we'll take a look at that after, I just wanted to prepare it. So first up, of course, the world anchor, which is made simply with blackstone, gold ingots, and a diamond, along with some obsidian. When you place this in the world, it looks pretty much the same as a respawn anchor, in a way. And obviously there's no standing on it sort of thing, or other bits and pieces. It does say the owner's name, as well as the radius, which is not showing now, but it will. So this kind of reminds me of, at least the access to show things, the chicken chunks sort of mod. You just place it down, you can increase or decrease the radius and show the chunks. So that's how far this one is. We'll just go to the actual boundary edge so you can get an idea. There's a bit of flickering there. So that's how far this one goes. And obviously it'll go up to there because it's just, you know, covering the whole chunk regardless of height difference. So that's how wide that one is of just one chunk, at least from where we've placed this. Unless it's that if I move it to here, will it still count? Because that's on the side of the crafting table, right? Interesting. So, is it just that it counts this still as the center, and it's not just any other chunk? That's interesting. That's what I wasn't sure. So it keeps only... no? Okay, so we'll go... that's more in the center. We'll go over here and take a look. Yeah, so it does actually push the boundary accordingly to what the chunk loader's chunk is, not the actual chunks themselves. Interesting, okay. That's fair enough. And then we'll just see what the maximum is, which is 5, which is about as far out as... hang on, am I showing it still? Let's see, show chunks. I don't know if I saw anything there. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. Okay, so we are seeing it. Let's just check to see how far that actually is. So that's out as far as here then. And we'll just go back to where the loader is, or anchor is, which is here. So that's quite far. So if you've got like a large farm, or a few redstone contraptions, or a large enough base to cover whatever machinery or other builds and things you've got that you want to consider for keeping ticks going, then you can do that. But yeah, that seems to be it. It's just the following buttons for the radius. We've got 0, which is technically an even smaller one. So there's that. Oh, maybe that does actually consider the actual chunk it's in. And I'm just incorrect about that. No? Okay, no, okay, it's just that. Other than that, of course, we've got the configs, which you can pretty much change the actual maximum radius, which is obviously 5 by default. So if you want to have higher than a 5 by, actually no, that'd be, so it's 3 by 3, then 5 by 5, and 7 by 7. I assume 9 by 9, or 11 by 11, or 13 by 13. I don't know. Either way, probably in that sort of logic, or however much higher. And you can increase that there, and I assume that the button will allow you to go to higher than 5, of course, after you've changed the range that it is for the maximum. And you've got the maximum number of world anchors a player can use. So you can use multiple, which I'll just get this back. Did I? Yeah, I did remove it. Where'd it go? Here we go. So you're not just using one and that's what you're restricted to, because you've still just got whichever amount of ownership. So if I wanted one here, for example, to show the chunks, and here to show the chunks. I've got these two here that I can count. I don't know about the overlap. I don't know if you can count any of that. Yeah, it seems like it's just going to try and cover anything else it can, like nearby. Okay, so it kind of does cross over a bit. Okay, so those will cross over, so if you want them to, you can. But obviously you can place multiple for, like, I've got my crops over here, or I've got my redstone contraptions over here, or my other mob farm sort of thing over there. You can obviously place multiple in the world. You're not restricted to one and then moving it elsewhere, or just increasing the actual range size. You could do as well if you want, and you don't want to have multiple in the world, for example, and you just want more coverage. But depends on how you want to use it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.